Come on. Welcome
Welcome to
to
Shade in the City.
I'm Treese.
It's Nels.
And today we're going to get into Before the 90 Days, episode 5. I dropped 3 and 4 for y'all last night. So please make sure you guys go like that video up, check it out. Make sure you guys are subscribed, and let's get into it and let's get shady.
Nels, huh?
So, all right, guys, we are back with Miss Hamza. Or Miss Hamza. I'm sorry, Mr. Hamza.
Hold up.
In Memphis.
Miss Memphis.
Miss Memphis. Now, you know, Memphis came out looking like a whore this morning after Hayat, Hamza's mom, comes to the door to wake her son up as she normally. No, actually, she must have been coming to wake Memphis up.
I think she noticed that Hamza was not on the couch.
That part.
And then she goes to the door, like, what the hell is going on? And she hears them talking. She didn't even get a chance. Remember, she didn't even get a chance to knock on the door. She was trying to gather her thoughts. She was 38 hot. She was mad as hell.
She was.
Memphis came to the door and she's like, Hamza. She saw that motherfucker laid up in the bed, went to the kitchen. She walking around in circles, and she was. She's like, I'm ready to tear this nigga's head off his body. She was pissed.
And Memphis knew she was pissed. So
that's why Memphis told his ass to lie. That they didn't have sex.
Don't tell your mom that we had sexy time, okay? No sexy time.
I already disrespected her.
Just tell her we laid and cuddled. Memphis, you are supposed to be a grown-ass woman. And we know this lady ain't stupid, okay? So I'm not saying, go just tell her you did it, and apologize, and you could go be accountable. But either way, you're gonna get fucked up regardless. It's not gonna be good regardless. So I mean, I guess you could lie, but you better hope your man's over here is a good liar.
What did we say was the word for 2022?
Accountability.
So what she really should have done was apologized. She didn't have to necessarily say, yes, we had sex, or no, we didn't have sex.
That's what I didn't like either. I was like, unless they edited that scene out, you as a woman, knowing that you disrespected this woman's home, why would that not be natural for you to just be like, I sincerely apologize. This is supposed to be your future mother-in-law, especially.
Exactly. So even if you didn't have sex with him, you still disrespected her and disrespected her home. And I would think that was enough. I mean, you did have sex, but I don't think it needed to be said. No, we didn't have sex, or we did have sex. Really, what you should have done was just apologized for disrespecting her wishes and disrespecting her home.
That part.
Period. I know it couldn't have been me and my child because.
Oh, no. Wait for it. Wait for it. It gets better, y'all. It gets better. We about to see Nails get even more fired up. So then Memphis tells him, go talk to your mother, because she realizes she's really not that good. She's like a little teapot in fucking kitchen, just boiling, about to boil over. So we see Hamza sits down with his mom, and he's like, yo, mom, is everything okay? What's up? You good? And she's like, no, let's talk about this. She's like, why was your ass not on the couch like I told you to be? And he plays stupid, like, he doesn't really have an answer for her. And he's like,
he said, what are you thinking mentally? Nothing happened. She said, you mean to tell me you slept in the bed with her last night and nothing happened? Because I look fucking stupid to you. I look fucking stupid. And he's just in there. No, nothing.
If that was Nell's child, they would have been picking themselves off the floor.
And I wouldn't have gave 2 fucks about the cameras.
Because what you don't do is lie to my face. Lie to my face. That's completely disrespectful. Now you've surpassed the levels of disrespect.
Now y'all both in my house disrespecting me. Guess where the fuck y'all about to be?
Outside with your disrespectful ass.
Don't give a fuck. It's about to be out here. Out of here. The fuck? Figure it the fuck out.
We see Alina and Caleb, and they are all cuddled up in bed after what we thought was a night of hot, steamy romance. And
or as Memphis would say, sexy time.
Sexy time. And really, it was just a kiss. I mean, that's a lot further than they've been going. He looked like he ain't even... Look, after you done gave me what is it? Dirt on a rope? Or what was it? Trash on a rope?
Trash on a rope.
After you done gave me trash on a rope, you done pretty much went back and forth with my bestie. I learned you
know what though? I would say Caleb is trash because he ain't even give her no dick. But you know what? I can respect. Caleb is honest.
Yes, and I did appreciate him in that moment.
He's being honest. So I really can't be upset with Caleb. You know, he basically let her know that it's just different for me, which I think we all expected because it's new. It's different. It's new. And I love the fact he's being honest about it. He was like, I have to crouch down to be beside you. And I'm just not used to being with a woman your size. And I was in my head. I was in my head for a little bit, but this is something I plan to get over.
Work through. And that's when I was like, okay.
Yeah.
You're redeeming yourself, Caleb.
And I love the fact Alina,
the honesty.
I love the fact that Alina didn't get upset about it. She just listened and she understood. She did say it was frustrating, which of course, because they got him flew all this way and, I'm trying to get, but she did say it was frustrating, but she and him are just both hoping that he can get past it. And as Alina said, see her as normal. So.
And that was pretty much it. Caleb,
I can't call him trash. He just gives trash gifts.
All right. So we get to Gino and Jasmine and the just
Hanson and Jasmine.
I'm gonna put that next time. I got that. So we get back to Hanson and Jasmine and the cringe.
Hold up. Why the fuck you put this nasty ass picture at the top?
What did I try to tell you? Luckily, we'll be covering half of it, so you won't see most of it.
I did not notice. No, I see the whole shit.
So now, you see it. But anyway, so we get to the cringiness that is Hanson and Jasmine.
This kiss.
As I think Nell said it best, she looked like she's kissing her grandfather.
And this heifer gonna put it at the top of the goddamn page. Ain't this about a bitch? You should be ashamed, Treese. You don't make that face. You should be ashamed. Putting this
TLC put it on TV. TLC put it on TV. Who am I not?
TLC already got viewers. Our viewers gonna see this shit and turn this shit off. The fuck?
Well, make sure before you turn it off, you hit the like button. So Gino and Jasmine decide that they want to go shopping because she wants him to meet her really good friend and hairstylist, Leo. So she's like, I just can't do these granddaddy shorts.
She said there's sports shorts and he doesn't play sports.
He doesn't play any sports. She said the shirts are kind of, and that's what you see up here when they're shopping. And she actually picked out this shirt for him, which I said for once, I was like, it actually don't look bad on him. I mean, it don't fix his face, but it don't look bad on him.
I feel like Jasmine was the one running through the entire store, grabbing everything. And she's like, get that, grab that. And I feel like Gino was trying to, get in a second and say, hey, maybe not, or let's not. But she's like, no, get that. Pick that up. Yeah. Get that.
Don't forget to get that.
This one. And I felt like she was being a little bossy. She was being a little bossy right then.
Well, we know she bossy. She crazy.
I mean, so she takes him to the dressing room, and he's just like, I want to make her happy. I know she wants me to look nice or whatever. But apparently, and I wasn't aware of this, the money in Panama is US dollars. So their money is the same money as ours, because Gino got up to the register and that heifer said $512.
And Gino was like, okay. So then
adios.
So then Hanson comes in and he's like, well, and I can respect him for this. And I was telling Nels, I was looking in the comments, a lot of the viewers, 90 Day before the 90 Day viewers are actually really supportive of the fact that he took a stand and was like, no, I don't have it, because we see so many of these men or women who really don't have it. I.e. Kimberly, but you out here buying PlayStations and MacBook Pros, and you could probably be doing something better with that money. So I can appreciate Gino.
I can name a few things. It ain't probably.
However, I was telling Nels the way that and I wish I didn't catch it until I watched it the second time, but I wish I had caught it the first time to get the screenshot, because the way the cashier kind of laughed at Jasmine.
And we seen it under the mask, y'all.
Under the mask. And I was telling her, and I said, because Jasmine is out here like, yeah, I got this old rich white man and he
American
spoil me. He got money. You get to the register and homeboy ain't got no bank. And no offense, Gino may be a very nice individual, but from somebody on the outside looking in, if he ain't got money, why else are you with him? We basically see them ask Mike, how was the night? He said that him and Jimena had the most amazing night ever. She rocked his world. And she left.
All right, keep talking.
She rocked his world. And so basically Jimena was like, they asked Jimena, like, well, how was it for you?
I felt like he's like, it's great. I don't have regular glasses, so I'm using my sunglasses, but he's just like, yeah, it was the best moment of my life. Geek boy, oh my God, yo.
Yes, he very much is a geek. He's actually, I think, y'all, he's worse than Ella. He's definitely worse than Ella. I would actually want to hang out with Ella and eat some potatoes.
You want potatoes, girl.
I have no desire to hang out with Mike. None. I don't think he would be funny. I don't think he would be entertaining. I don't know
what would be to watch, but not to engage in a conversation.
Well, yeah, I like to people watch, but I mean, that's to hang out with somebody to laugh at them.
Because I'm trying to tell you, while Jimena was talking about how for her it was normal.
Like, it really was nothing.
It was nothing out of the ordinary.
I never had before. It was.
And look, and he's just like, I don't know what the fuck she's saying.
Smiling.
I don't know what the fuck she's saying, but I know for.
And then they're like, do you know what she's saying? And he's like, no, I need help with that. And she's just laughing at him because she's like, you stupid. Your own producers won't even tell you that. Basically, I said your dick won't shit. That's basically what it was. Okay, y'all. So we get to Mike and Jimena. Mike or Jimena decides to take Mike out to this beautiful waterfall that I had to show y'all because the only time I've ever seen anything like this is in Puerto Rico, and clearly I need to broaden my horizons, but it's absolutely beautiful. I love that.
I think it was like a hot spring, wasn't it?
Yes. And I just, or he's called an oasis, but I just love that for them and, you know, people that live on the islands, even us living in Miami, we didn't have things like this, like where, yes, the beach was in our backyard, but a waterfall, that's some real exotic shit. Okay. I would love to wake up and be like, hey guys, fuck a pool. We're going to the waterfall. How about that? I'd be all up and through it. Okay. I'm all about the fresh water. I'm all about it. So
until them fishes start swimming around your ass.
Basically.
You heard me?
Huh?
I said until them fish start swimming around your ass.
Oh yeah, then that's done. Drop. So we see Mike and Jimena basically. And it was just another cringeworthy scene that I didn't want to make y'all go through because you could even tell her daddy was disgusted by it.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Trace.
Her daddy was disgusted by watching them make out and kiss in front of him. And he was probably because I believe Mike might be the same age as Jimena's dad. I don't know. It's just, he looked older than him. But anyway, so we see her talking to her sister, which I didn't catch her name. I don't think Nels caught it either. But
I didn't even catch that it was their sister.
Okay, yeah. So this is her sister down here below. And her sister are having a little sidebar where everybody's in the beautiful oasis. And then she's like, so did you tell Mike that you can't have kids? And I was like, oh, so that's the big secret. Thank you I like the way they put it out there. They put it out there so like nonchalantly that but now we know what she needs to tell Mike. And I was
Jimena looked pissed. She looked pissed. And I think at one point she even kind of shook her head no, like, but it was too late. It was already out. Like, so then she just answered, she's like, no. Like, bitch. No, I didn't.
No, I didn't. But now all of TLC in America
know before I get to tell him.
Have kids. And when he sees this, he's gonna know I can't have kids. So now that you done told everybody on TV in front of the cameraman, I have no choice but to tell him. And being honest with you, I know she did say that she had a secret, but I think that she planned on spending more time and getting him a lot more hooked, if that makes sense, before she broke the news to him.
I feel like that's basically what she was saying. She basically said that she wanted to meet him in person first.
Yeah.
To, you know, so he can get to know her and they can have the conversation in person. But she wanted to put it down on his ass before.
Basically, we're getting to what is becoming one of my favorite characters, Johnny. Now, I know I told y'all, and I still believe it, but he's starting to back up my theory, y'all, that he ain't gonna show up, not because he don't want to, but because he got obligations, right? We get to meet Stoney over here, top left, cute little man. I can see why, damn, I was about to call him the same thing. Johnny.
Johnny.
I can see why Johnny loves like pinching, playing with his face. Like he was like, that's his favorite thing to do with his son. And I was like, I can see why, because he's a cutie, like his face.
I love how excited Stoney got when he's talking to the camera. My name is Stoney, and I like ice cream. He's so freaking cute. Like
he is.
And
then we see, but you know what's so funny? Look, this is how bloodlines run, right? Because I didn't realize until I looked at it. Stoney looked like his damn grandma.
I was thinking the same thing.
Stoney is his grandma's twin, and maybe that's why grandma's so protective over Stoney. I'm
feeling some type of way about this picture that you got of the grandpa, though.
I didn't make him do his face like that. So anyway, basically, we see Johnny just give us a little introspect about his life outside of his friends and like being in Shanghai. He goes back to Jian City, I think it's pronounced.
Jinan.
Yes, he goes back to Jinan City and he visits his parents and his son Stoney. What we learn is part of the reason for his initial divorce, and he does say his parents did play a part. He says that to his parents, and as Nels picked up on, I didn't even notice it, they kind of chuckle. like it was funny.
Yeah, they were kind of smiling.
The mother apparently couldn't get along with the wife, and so I guess she was just determined to make their life a living hell until they couldn't be together no more.
See, you know what we do in the U.S.? We move the fuck away.
I was gonna say, we move. We move. You too close. You too close. We gotta move.
You know what? If it's to the point where you so close to my spouse and y'all fighting and shit, guess what? We're gonna put some space in between. We're gonna put some space in between you motherfuckers.
Right. But nah, so, and yeah, the mother's just like, I still think you should, you know, a Chinese woman would be ideal, basically. I don't understand why you think because you go get an American that you're not gonna have any problems with your in-laws. And he's like, no, because you can't speak English.
And I have to communicate for the both of you. I loved it.
I said, damn, Johnny, you smart.
Let me tell you something.
That was calculated, but I loved it. I loved it.
The one thing that you cannot take away from Johnny,
he's smart.
He's smart. He's smart. We can tell by his career. We can tell by his responses. I thought that was some smart shit.
He's definitely
basically and whatever you say to me and whatever you say to her and she say to you, it has to be filtered through me. So guess what? Y'all gonna be best of motherfucking friends because y'all both gonna get whatever the fuck I say and what I want y'all to hear.
And what I love is that Johnny said, and to Nels's point, he's the one that's narrating, and he said, I just want a peaceful marriage.
We here with Hamza and Memphis, y'all. And Memphis, I mean, we already know she's disrespectful. She done disrespected.
Super disrespectful.
She done disrespected the man's mama house. She done disrespected the man's mama. Now she disrespected him on TV. Goddamn, Memphis is gonna be a conversation in private.
Right.
We're talking about how fast he ejaculates. She's like, why was it so short? You come fast? You ejaculate fast? Has it been a long time?
Because there's a language barrier. He's like, no, I sexy, baby. I know I sexy.
She's like, no, you came fast. Ain't
shit too sexy.
You ain't shit sexy.
Wait, you made me want to hit that drink.
Of that.
Too sexy for this shirt. Too sexy for this work. Too sexy.
Let me tell you something. I was talking to Tracy and I was like, you know, I think it's against their religion. I mean, even though this is, so I don't think one, you know, it makes a difference. He should have beat off. He should have beat off before she got there if he planned on having his sexy time. And 8 months, nigga. It's been 8 months since you had sex. Has it been 8 months since you touched your dick? And if it has, you should have taken care of that before she came.
Okay. So we see Alina and Caleb again, and I am here for it. Caleb.
Did you say Caleb? Instead of Caleb?
Sorry, Caleb. We see Alina and Caleb again, and he has pulled on my heartstrings. I absolutely am seeing why Alina is falling for him. He takes her, or they decide to go to the gym because we know he likes to work out. And obviously we know she has her limitations, but I think that's what makes me love her anymore and makes love her even more and love them together is because he's willing to think outside the box as far as her and her limitations. And she's like, I'm willing to push it to the limit to show him I'm just as normal as anybody else. I love that shit. And to see it play out on screen, and to me, it was cute. It was beautiful. It wasn't cringy. It was really cute. It was really super cute. You see them doing push-ups and he's try to kiss me and he's giving her the affection and things that she wanted, but he's still getting what he wants. He gets to work out, gets to participate. I just loved every minute of it. I did. It was a super cute little date. And then they go off to meet Maria, Alina's friend, who she went to school.
She's known apparently for 10 years. So she's actually known Caleb longer. Since her and Caleb have been talking for 13 years. So I guess that explains why Caleb feels what he feels in this next scene. Because I feel like he kind of handed Maria's ass to her. A little bit. Maria is discussing, what do you see as far as a future or moving in together with Alina. And Caleb was like, oh, we're like basically still getting to know each other. I don't think we really need to put anything permanent down on paper. And really, this is a conversation me and Alina should be having. And I think Maria was taken it back a little bit, and she's like, well, I'm excuse me if I'm being too intrusive, but this is my friend, and I want to know. So she tells Alina in their native language
They
that
start discussing or talking amongst each other in their language, Russian, in front of Caleb. And I love what Caleb said. Caleb said, I'll just sit over here.
Basically, because I don't understand shit y'all saying. Y'all doing this shit on purpose. But she's letting her know, like, I just want to make sure this is not some like little vacation type thing,
or like a vacation.
And after this, it's going to be done and over. Y'all just going to go your separate ways, because as women, we want a future. We want to make future plans, which I completely understand where she was coming from. And apparently, it's not a topic that Alina and Caleb discussed. But Maria, as her friend, knows that it needs to be discussed. Otherwise, Caleb is just going to be in the wind, kissing, fucking, doing whatever the fuck you want, and going back to the US, doing whatever the fuck you want, and being able to say, oh, well, we're not in a relationship. And, like niggas do.
Oh, well, damn. Mike and Jimena. She really reminded you of a West Side Story, though. So Jimena lets Mike in on her big secret that she had basically her tubes burned. We all know that can be reverted, but and that I guess she just won't tell him she got her tubes tied. Like I guess they say it differently, or she made it seem like she went.
Oh, no. You can get them burned. She had them. I think she said she had them tied and burned. And supposedly that's supposed to be final. Especially if you have them burned, that's supposed to be it. You can't have kids after that. When you have them tied, you can get them untied and have kids. But supposedly when you get them burned, you can't have kids anymore. And that's supposed to be final. I personally know that that's not 100% true. Doctors will not try to fix it because that's final for them. It's burned. But I personally know that that's not true. My mom had them tied and burned, and hers healed back together. And she had 2 more kids after that. But that doesn't happen to everyone.
So, look at God. So basically, that don't mean nothing.
Let me tell you something, but God may not want a little Lord of the Rings running around. So by Jimena. So God may not fix this one. I don't know.
He may not fix it, Jesus. So basically, they're and mind you, they're doing this interaction through a translator. So imagine how even more awkward it is, because you got to wait for it to be translated, but you see the other person's expression as they sitting like. So
the translator kind of sucks at even delivering what the hell you trying to say.
So basically, Mike lets her know, this is very important information. Why did you decide to get it? Get this operation. She explains to him, like, I had 2 cesareans. That was a lot. And I really wasn't trying to have kids again.
It was scary. It was scary for her.
It was scary for her. Basically, Mike says he needs time to think about this, but he lets her know that there are things that can be done. He clearly, maybe Mike is rich and we don't know. Clearly, he got some funds or something allocated. I don't know. But he basically has hope and faith in this moment, and reassures her that they're going to look at all options if she's open. No, that's what it wasn't giving. Okay,
that's not what I got. That's not what I got.
What did you get?
What I got was he was trying to give her hope, but he checked out. I got.
Okay. But he just
that.
had the best sex he had of his life.
What that mean?
Oh, I don't know.
He can get that from a bitch that can have kids. And let's be clear, okay? Look at Mike. He looks like he hasn't had too much sex in his life. So to have the best sex in his life doesn't really mean shit. He needs to have more experiences for him to say that I've had the best sex in my life. Okay. This situation, I feel like Mike was kind of put on the spot.
Yes, and
on camera.
Yeah.
He didn't want to say, oh, well, fuck you then, bitch. You can't have kids. You knew what the fuck I wanted. Right. And honestly, I'm sure he doesn't even feel that way. Right. But I'm sure he feels like he said, this is something that should have been told to me ahead of time. Okay, bitch, because I probably wouldn't have came. Probably wouldn't have got the best sex of my life. And I would have been good trying to find another bitch who could have kids. Okay. But I feel like he said that to not hurt Jimena's feelings.
Yeah, and I mean, in a way, Jimena kind of trapped him because she didn't tell him what the deal was before he got there. So
we know what she was doing. Hanson and Jasmine are in the hotel. He puts on his regular wear, his nasty looking sandals, his sports shorts, as Jasmine calls them. And he is ready to go meet Jasmine's friend. Jasmine is not happy about it. Leo, yes. Her hairstylist
and bottom friend. Right here.
And Jasmine's not happy about it, but what can she do? This is who the man is. This is the way he likes to dress. So they sit down for, it looks like lunch. And Leo shows up. She is super excited. My baby's here. You know, she's super animated. Mm-hmm. And there's clearly a language barrier.
So she's basically translating between him and Leo.
Exactly. And I think she was basically,
as they have their own sidebars because.
And she's asking and saying whatever the fuck she wants to. She basically tells Leo, this is what I prayed for. He says yes to everything. This is what I wanted, an obedient man and all this other shit. I say, you know what? If Hanson could hear this shit, boy.
Then the most important part was Leo says, well, did you tell him about you being on the birth control? And she's like, and no, I didn't.
He said he mentioned baby. And she said, baby, no. And then in Spanish, she said, it's enough of that. It's enough of that. Then he mentions, well, did you tell him that you've been on birth control? She's like, no. But you know what? Okay, yes, she's on birth control, right? Even though Hanson over here trying to get her pregnant or whatever.
But she said,
at least she can have kids.
Okay, Jimena out here.
All she gotta do is throw them shits away.
Even have them.
At least she can have them. All she gotta do is throw them damn pills away. Okay. Hanson ends up asking Leo through Jasmine, have you seen her basically just flip out? Like her temper, just. And Leo's like, yeah. Like yeah, of course.
Who
right? He's like, even in my shop, even in the salon, there was a woman who burned her and she flipped. So Jasmine tells the story. Apparently a lady burned her hair in the salon and she's like that she grabbed her like this.
And lost
she thought she was about to kill her. Jasmine laughing. Leo laughing.
Gino
that ain't laughing is Take My Strong Hand. She wants to go to the gym, work out, lose a little 10, hopefully 20 pounds before her boo thing come, because we know she's had some hiccups in the past when, you know, her ex, I guess, the guy from India saw her in person. And I guess maybe he felt like she was bigger in person than she was on camera, right? So she want to lose some weight so she doesn't like shock Johnny, right? She's in the gym, she working out. She said, you know what?
Planet Fitness got her a little training session.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gets a phone call. And this is
what she gets a text. She gets a text.
Oh, a text. Okay. That's what's even worse. It was in a text. Oh, okay. You was gonna let me do it. Okay. So then she get the text from Johnny saying, my visa didn't get approved to Singapore. And she's like, oh my God, Johnny. Oh my God, Johnny. And I'm like, see, this is what I was telling y'all. And it was so funny because as soon as the scene ended, Nels asked me, do you believe that shit? Do you believe? And I was like, because now you starting to believe my narrative. That nigga ain't coming. No, I don't think he did it intentionally, but.
Or lied.
But let's just hope why would it not get approved? I'm like Ella. Why would it not get approved? So now that makes me think again, like I was already thinking, and I feel bad for her because now it's going to eat her up inside. And she's going to be like, what is it? Did he change his mind? Am I too big? And she's going to go through all these emotions because she's been through it before with somebody changing their mind about her. So I just feel really bad for Ella.
Also, I didn't realize she's been waiting a year and a half. They've been chatting for a year and a half, and this is the first time after that long
that they went to.
They were going to meet each other.
China's not so small. China's not small potatoes. You don't go to China for like a week, right? Like unless you're on business. Like when you go to China, you go to China.
Let me tell you something. I'm not chatting with a motherfucker for a year and a half without meeting ass.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
I don't know where you live. Guess what?
If you can't make it,
I might give you, bitch, I'll give you a couple months.
What?
Maybe.
I gotta get to where you are. I'll take a bus, train, or car.
Yes. All right. So Hamza and Memphis are back in the house with Hayat. Is that it, Trees?
Yes, Hayat is her name.
And Hayat is trying to teach Memphis how to clean fish by hand. I mean, literally with their hands.
I was sitting here like, bless your heart, because I would have been dying. I would, it look like it's moving. The eyes looking at me. I wouldn't have.
I feel like the only thing they really use the knife for is to try to get the scales off. But Memphis feels like, she needs to do this to try to make up.
Because she disrespect this lady house.
Exactly. And Hayat is like, you gonna have my son starve, woman. You don't even know how to clean fish. So she's like, can you do couscous? Can you do pasta? Like, if you can't do this, bitch, what the fuck can you do? How are you gonna take care of my son?
Right.
And I'm sure
takes care of her son.
I'm sure Memphis, as an American woman, is probably not thinking about none of that shit, quite honestly.
She might give him some rice-a-roni, Hayat, but that's about all he's gonna get.
No, you did not the rice-a-roni treats.
I don't think he get no couscous. He might get some rice-a-roni.
Not the San Francisco
tree. But no, so basically, I love once they sit down, have dinner. She did sit through it, so kudos to you, Miss Memphis. She does sit through it, but then, as they sit down for dinner, Hayat basically says to Hamza, I want to have a conversation with her. And basically telling him, I need you to translate it. And so he's like, okay. And he's like, my mother wants to talk to you. And she's just like, yeah, so you do understand that you're supposed to be in the room and he's supposed to be on the couch. And that's what needs to happen. Like she handles that straight away, straight out the gate. And so
she said that directly to Memphis. That was without translating.
That's true. She said Memphis, that directly to Memphis.
Look, and Memphis understood. She I don't know how they got it across, but she made it so Memphis understood. Bitch, you're in there, he's out here. No ifs, ands, buts. Get it together.
Right?
And so Hamza was like, why are you so fixated on this? And she's like, she said, okay, what is your problem?
Right? Because you got some pussy, you done lost your mind.
You better get it back, nigga. You better get it back.
Okay? You still in my house, sir. So basically,
with your bitch.
With her too, right? So y'all know, then we see her ask, so basically she starts to ask Memphis, like, why have you been married so many times? Because in Hayat, because in her mind, she's been married twice because she has 2 kids. Of course, because of their culture, you're just not having kids with people that you're not going to be with. So she's like, I've only been married once.
And Hamza didn't, it's from what I saw, Hamza didn't correct that.
Hamza didn't correct it because I think that's even worse. You have a kid with somebody that you weren't married to. So I think he wanted to negate that information on purpose. So basically, Memphis gets sort of offended in the confessional. And she's just like, well, she's been divorced too. And that's why I was telling Nels, I love when Hayat told her story. And it was like, because we've all been wondering, why is she divorced? She seems like a good woman. She got her taking care of her kids. Like, what's the it of the it? And we learned that her husband left her for another woman.
I think it was Hamza. Didn't Hamza tell her story?
Yeah, Hamza said it. But she was just, but the thing about it is, we think divorce, I'm done with your shit, I'm leaving you, like whatever the case may be. But can you imagine, like, either I deal with you mistreating me, or if you leave me for another woman and it has nothing to do with me, but now I have this like stamp on my head for the rest of my life, this scarlet letter.
Because of the shit you did.
Because of the shit you did. That's really fucked up. So I felt really bad for Hayat and just
Hayat, bring your ass over here. Bring your ass over here. We don't live like that.
Right. And her kids were young. So she ended up, I guess, over there. Once you say fuck your family, you ain't got to take care of the kids that you made. So she ended up raising 2 children by herself, even though she was married. It's insane. So I am going to, just because I prefaced this in the beginning of the review, so I'm just going to set up the scene, and then I'm going to let Nels carry it after that. So
you're an asshole.
Because I said what I said in the beginning of the review, and I told you, halt, bitch, okay, on this Gino shit. Because he's an asshole, all right? So they wake up, it's Christmas morning, apparently. They wake up, and Jasmine, as we've always seen her be, she has not, this is one thing I give her. The bitch might be crazy as fuck, but she's considerate. She seems loyal. And she wakes up Christmas morning and she's like, baby, I have gifts for you.
Well, now, first, let's talk about breakfast. Let's talk about breakfast.
But I didn't want to shit on Gino anymore, or Hanson any more than we have already shit on him. But Hanson came in.
Why? TLC did. He did it to himself.
He did it to himself. Okay. So Hanson comes in, wanted to make Jasmine breakfast, who's a vegan. And basically, he's like, oh, hey, baby, you want some eggs? My eggs are really good. I don't cook a lot, but this is one thing I do well. And as she's sitting there, cracked the egg, she's like, baby, I don't eat things that come from animals. And he's like, but you'll eat this, right? Like, just.
He said, you want 2? The reason why it bothered me is because, okay, so Gino made it a point to say that he didn't really understand what vegan was and what vegan meant and what they eat. But if this is the woman that you plan to spend the rest of your life with, this is the shit I'm talking about. Research. Right. Literally, you now have shit to make it easier to research shit than we did when I was growing up. All the fuck we had was a goddamn encyclopedia. Okay.
Now you got Google. We used to have to go through several Google books.
And you can do it straight from your fucking phone. If this is the woman that you're invested in, and the woman that you plan to spend the rest of your fucking life with, nigga, all you need to do is type into Google the word vegan. That's it. Or vegan dishes, vegan recipes. Nigga, you cannot sit on TV and say, oh, I didn't know what vegan was, and you're the first vegan I ever ate with. And yeah, for me, that shit don't work, especially with the way she is so considerate and just.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what bothers me. If she was one of these other girls that we've seen on this franchise that was like, oh, I'm just using this man for his money and I don't care. But she doesn't give me that. She really is into this man, which is even scarier because she's the one that's all in. And it seems like she's more in than he is.
I don't know. I feel like it was ignorant, but it didn't have to be. I feel like you could have did your research. You could have found out what she can and cannot eat. But instead, you literally set a plate of scrambled eggs and toast in front of her. And it looked like it almost made her gag. Because she does not eat eggs.
So we get to the present part. So she gets past that. And once something annoys me, I have a hard time letting shit go. So we get past that. They get to opening presents. Or she gives him presents because won't no presents opened on her end. And she says, okay, she bought him a shirt. I love my crazy Panamanian girlfriend. Oh, they got matching t-shirts. That's some crazy shit I do. And you know, she buys him, I think, a pillow. That's like when you think
when you miss me, hug this
or whatever. Real cute, endearing, considerate. Again, all shit.
That actually took thought because, like she said, you cannot go into the store and buy these gifts.
Yeah, it took thought.
So
now she's like, well, baby, it's your turn. Where's my gifts?
This man responded, oh, maybe I should have held off giving you the toothbrush until today. She's like, so the toothbrush
was my gift?
Was my gift?
And y'all, not even a Wisp or one of them real cute, real like fancy toothbrushes. This shit was some Oral-B shit that I got. I think I got.
No, it wasn't even. Trace, it was not even Oral-B. It was not even Oral-B. That shit looked like some shit that cost $7 at Walmart.
Oh wow.
Okay, to be honest with you, I was getting on Caleb, but Caleb's trash on the rope was better than this.
Caleb, you came up. You came up, Caleb.
It was better than this because that was at least thoughtful. That was at least thoughtful. He thought of himself and what the fuck he likes, but it was at least thoughtful. And I guarantee you it cost more than that motherfucking toothbrush. How the fuck? You come for Christmas and you come empty-handed.
Okay. So we get back to Alina and Caleb, and they are basically leaving dinner for Maria's house. Alina apologizes, which I thought was very big of her. She comes in and says, like, yo, look, you know, she might have been a little hard on you, whatever the case may be. I apologize for us speaking in Russian around you. And he's like, he appreciates it, that she can recognize that it was fucked up. And he didn't have to tell her it was fucked up. So kudos to y'all for being
accountable.
Accountable, exactly.
And without being told that you need to be accountable. So that's some grown shit.
That was some grown shit. I loved it. And so basically they get back to the room. They get very lovey-dovey. They've been very cozy all day. Caleb is coming through. But now I will say this. The camera was in the room a little too long for me. Okay, guys.
This time.
I knew what was about to go down. I didn't need to literally we knew what was about to go down up until they turned the lights off and kicked the camera crew out. I didn't need that. You could have hit a Jimena and Mike and just closed the door and we would have known what it was.
Well, last time we thought it was about to go down and it didn't, remember? So
now we got to stay in there for every moment. Jesus, y'all. And that's pretty much it. But we want to thank you guys so much for joining us. Please make sure you like,
comment,
and subscribe.
And hit the notification bell.
And make sure
as well as
follow us on all social media platforms. And we will catch you next week for another episode of The Foolery Before the 90 Days, because this is what it is. It's just tomfoolery. It is what it is. Love you guys. Have a good night.
Back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Hey!